The problem is the people we need to hear from the most aren't being heard. And I got an email from Christy in Jonesboro in my district, and I'm going to share that letter with you today. And it says, as I was listening to the radio this morning, people were calling in about how Obamacare is already affecting them. I just want you to know a little about our family. My husband has been an auto body mechanic for most of his life. This has taken a serious toll on his body as a result of strenuous physical labor paired with breathing chemicals. He's worked at numerous body shops, always looking for a better environment, pay, and benefits. Every shop he ever worked at offered him health insurance, but the premiums were always around $200 a week just for him. There's no way we could afford $800 a month for something that may or may not happen. Our family of 5 has rarely been sick. I've tried to practice preventive health care by what I feed my family because I'm positive a large percentage of health costs are due to diet. My question is, what will we do when we are fined because we don't have health insurance? I'm so discouraged and disappointed, and I try not to fear the future when it comes to the American government, which will dictate my future regardless. Thank you for your time. Respectfully, Christy in Jonesboro, Arkansas. I want Christy to know, and I want everybody in America to know that I hear you. Those guys that are driving the nails, those guys that are turning the wrenches, the nurses that are providing health care, the firemen who are doing their jobs, working the 40-hour week, barely making ends meet, and we're piling more and more debt on this country. It's unconscionable. And I want folks to know, certainly in my district and folks across the country, that there are people here that hear you, and we're going to work for you and try to fix this problem because we can't sustain this any longer.
Motion is not agreed to. The amendment is not agreed to.
Mr. President, this is clearly a disappointing moment. From skyrocketing costs to plummeting choices and collapsing markets, our constituents have suffered through an awful lot under Obamacare.
I would say to my dear friend, the Majority Leader, we are not celebrating. We are relieved that millions and millions of people who would have been so drastically hurt by the 3 proposals put forward will at least retain their health care.
There's been an awakening in terms of a need to do something on the federal level with healthcare spending because it's going out of control. If you look at the historical growth path, it's actually getting to the exponential factor where we're going to see, as some economists have predicted, things are going to grind to a halt. We can't continue to spend this kind of money and to get these kind of poor outcomes as well.
The pharmaceutical cartels will bankrupt every level of government in this country. They will bankrupt local government, state government, and the federal government. If you allow them, they're parasites on the economy. Their mission is to extract the largest amount of the GDP that they can, that you will allow them to. They're parasites, and like many parasites, they eventually will kill the host in their greed to consume or to profit. So the answer is not to have government control a bad system. The answer is to eliminate government control and return to a crowdsourced system, also known as a free market system. It will be one of the most catastrophic disasters in the history of human civilization. When it's all over and done with, and we're picking up the debris and the rubble from the collapse of this society, they will say it was the pharmaceutical companies and the healthcare fiasco that took this system down. You cannot grow an economy by thinking that you make money keeping people sick and drugging them up with chemicals. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work.